Welcome back to HR4 Racing. We've been doing really well here lately. Chase has been doing a good job driving the car. Car's been good. The C12 has been working well. It's had plenty of speed, plenty of power. The engine's doing well too. Except for on the start of the race and on restarts has been ailing us all year. So we need to figure out how to make more torque at the start of the race at lower RPMs. I feel like I got a few ideas that I think will help. So stick around and we'll see if we can make it happen. All right, before we get started here, just gonna let you know this weekend, the reason we didn't put out a video, we got rained out. Everywhere around here got rained out, so we had the car all ready to go, but can't race if it's raining. So, but anyhow, we thought maybe that would give us the opportunity to work on a few other things, that we had in our mind that we wanted time to do. So here's my plan, or really here's what I'm thinking is going on. For one, an issue we've been having and we've been fighting and been trying to solve is our fuel pressure mainly during hot laps. The first few laps we lose fuel pressure. Our fuel pressure drops way down. Sometimes Chase can tell it'll stutter a little bit, the engine. Sometimes not. I mean, just a little bit, but I feel like that's one thing that's hurting us. Even if it ain't stumbling the engine, I feel like it's hurting the power, because I think what's going on is the fuel is too hot. And with this E85, that's a big thing on the start of the race and take restarts and stuff, is having that cool fuel at your intake. It adds a whole lot more horsepower at the start of the race if your fuel is cool. I think the fuel is borderline vapor locking, and that's why our fuel pressure is dropping. But after a couple laps, the fuel pressure is fine. So that's the only thing that makes sense. Nothing else would make sense. That if it was anything else, the fuel pressure would just keep getting worse and worse. So somehow or another, it's getting hot. And I think one thing, we wrapped this fuel line hoping it would help through here because it's close to the header. Okay, but I'm going to wrap it all the way back for one, because I think that'll help. It definitely won't hurt. But okay, you see, we got crossover headers, and both headers is blowing heat in here, and this sets real tight on the ground. Our fuel line runs right along this bar all the way down. And one thing, it could be when he's sitting there warming the car up and before the race, this is all getting hot in this wind tunnel and heating our fuel up that's moving slowly through. When he's sitting here idling, it's just moving slow, and all this is getting hot. And once you get on track, all the hot air comes out, fuel starts circulating faster, and you get cool fuel up to the carburetor at that point. But it's got to get that hot fuel through first. Another thing too, this header is blowing right on this pipe. I'm sure this roll bar is getting hotter than a firecracker. It's almost like it's a heating element that's just hot in here, heating up like an oven. Another thing too might be happening. It might be deflecting some of the exhaust up here directly at the fuel line even. That might be happening. So I'm going to wrap the fuel line all the way back. Everywhere I can, I'm going to wrap the fuel line. Another thing I can do in the process, our collectors are really short. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend these collectors out longer, and that in itself is going to add more torque at lower RPMs for us. I'm going to do it to both headers. And it'll also get it away from this roll bar, and it'll get the heat down closer, blowing out of the car. So that's my plan. It's going to be a little bit tricky because on this header, I got to cut it off and try to get it to miss this roll bar. So that's my plan. I'm going to, hopefully it'll work out, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about cutting on my $400 set of headers, you know what I mean? But you know, that's what this sport's all about, is trying to get better. And, you know, it's not easy trying to make things better sometimes. Sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. But anyhow, I'm going to put a brand new blade in the Sawzall, and hopefully it won't jar the header too bad while I cut it. Hopefully I'll get a clean cut on it. Wow, I did not like doing that. It's easy to get to. It's easy to cut. The problem is, the reason I didn't want to do it is because I'm vibrating the heck out of the header. You know what I mean? It worries me doing that. I'm probably going to take the header off anyway and weld it good and make sure it can still come off and on okay. Probably just tack the piece of pipe I'm welding, that I'm hooking to it on, and see if I can get the header off and on, and reseal the headers anyway. But yeah, I've been not looking forward to making that cut, and I hope it's cut enough. I'm going to try to just kind of, you know, slip the pipe over it and kind of turn it a little bit on the pipe. You know, you have a little bit of room to turn it when you do a slip joint, and I'm hoping I got enough room to miss and I don't have to do any other thing to it. Either way, I think that's the only cut I'll make. I think if I make another cut, I'll just cut and actually put a small bend in the piece I'm adding to it. But anyhow, it's cut. All right, so this is the pipe I'm adding to it. This is an 18-inch piece. You can get all the auto parts stores sell these. It's already got a slip joint on it. They have them for 3 inches, as big as they have. So if you got bigger than a 3-inch collector, I don't know what you do. I guess you get it somewhere. But anyhow, let's see if this thing will fit. Alright, so I got that on there clearing now. It's just barely clearing. I guess the biggest thing too is going to be if I can get the header off. I guess the thing to do would be to tack it on and then take the header off. The other thing I got to do, figure out this side. There's nothing in the way except for the other header. So I want to keep them as long as I can. I'm going to measure this side, see how long it is now, because I did take 3 inches off of this, and I'll cut the other pipe off to get it the same length, because I want them to be the same length, and see what I got to do for them to miss each other, you know. So let's do that. All right, they're actually clearing each other now. I put this straight edge on here, and you can see that it's clearing the other header. I didn't want it blowing out on the other header. So I do have to cut a couple more inches off from this one to make them the same length, but I'm gonna do that after I get the header off. I don't want to move it. I want to tack it on and see if I can get the headers off. You know what I mean? And if I get them off, I'll weld it up and then cut a couple inches off this one. Get some new gaskets and we'll be ready to go. So hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. A lot of times things like this don't work out for me, but we'll see. Well, I've got them tacked on good enough to get them off the engine. Wasn't real easy to do, but they're not going anywhere. They'll stay in place now where I can get them off. Initially, I was thinking, yeah, maybe we could weld them okay in there. Not me. I don't know how these muffler shops do it, man. But it's pretty late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow night when I get off work, I'll see if I can get them off. That'll be the moment of truth. If they come off, okay, it'd be no big deal welding them up. Just get some more gaskets and stick them back on. We'd be ready to rock and roll, man. But yeah. All right, I got the bolts out of this side. I'm gonna see if I can get it off now. All right, one came off, no problem. Now I gotta see if I can get the other side. Yeah, baby. All right. Now all we gotta do is weld them, and we're good, man. I've got to tell you, man, I am extremely impressed with these gaskets. We got show and fill headers, and it came with gaskets. I guess they're made by show and fill. I don't know what, but I'm going to order some more. Normally I don't use gaskets because they just burn out, but these seem pretty good, and I thought I'd try them just because it's a whole lot easier, you know, getting your headers off and on. And man, we've got 9 races on these things, and they're not leaking any. I'm gonna order some more. So I got the header gaskets. Here they are. They actually are show and field, I guess. Show and field is wrote all over it, so I'm assuming that. That's definitely where I got them. Got up this morning, come out, and Chase had been here, and he got the headers welded up. So that's done now. That's good. He'll be back shortly. He had to run PPM to get an axle. We found we had a bent left rear axle. But first I got to cut this header shorter. I need to cut 2 inches off from it. so to match the other side, and then I think we'll be in pretty good shape. I'm going to put a little paint on them so they don't rust. But while the paint's drying, I'm going to start wrapping the fuel line also and get that done. So got a lot going on. Chase will be here shortly to help. So let's get back to work here. All right, that'll do for now. I just put a little bit of high heat primer on there, just to keep it from rusting. But now that that's done, we'll start wrapping this fuel line while it's drying. But before I do, I told my friend at Teresian Racing that I'd show him this bottle. It's a condiment bottle that I got at Walmart. It's a 6-ounce bottle, and it works really well if you want to pour anything into your vent tube in your carburetor. The tip is small enough that it actually will fit inside the vent tube. I struggled and struggled for a long time to find something that worked well for putting something in the vent tube. And I found this and it works good. That's actually what I use to, when I store a carburetor, I'll fill it up with mystery oil using this bottle. So works good. You won't put anything in your vent tube. So anyhow, there you go. That's what I use. But yeah, Teresian Racing is a cool channel. I've been watching it for a while, and he watches my channel. And if you're looking for another channel, he's got a cool channel. It's real similar to this one. If you like this one, I know you'd like it. It's called Teresian Racing. This ain't the funnest thing I've ever done for sure, by far. But, you know, I feel like maybe it can help, so we will endure. Chase is back now. He helped me finish up the wrap on the fuel line. It's done all the way to the back, and we done up front here too. So the whole fuel line is done, wrapped. Hopefully that'll help. Don't know if it will, but it definitely won't hurt. He put the axle in, and he's filling it up. He's filling it up with oil now. So now that's done, and we're fixing to stick the headers on and see if we can get them bolted up.
And it's gotten even more confusing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Got it dirty. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got the headers on. Wasn't too bad. Very doable, but there they are. You can see, looks much better now. We're clearing the pipe. It's down way lower, and they are way longer, so hopefully that'll give us some more torque. It should. I'm excited about that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hopefully all that'll work out, but now we need to, since they're longer, we're gonna try to figure out a way to support the end of it so it don't break our headers. All right, so the way we're going to secure the headers is like this. We're going to weld a tab on the chassis to attach this U-bolt to, or I-bolt to. And then the spring is a heavy duty spring. It'll be hooked to the I-bolt. And then we're going to weld a tab to the header to hook the spring in. We'll use the I-bolt to kind of snug the spring up, just tight enough to secure the header, because these crossover headers are bad about cracking anyway, and we just added a lot of length to them. So we'll feel a lot better about doing this. Chase seen this idea on the internet from Lewis or
Lewis or
Statement One, right?
One of them.
One of the two anyway, and they're pretty good at what they do. So if they're doing it, then maybe this will work for us. But anyhow, we're gonna see if we can get it done real quick. Well, we got it done. Here it is. You can see it. See the springs are attached to the header. They're hooked to these I-bolts, which are attached to the chassis. We can adjust the tension on it. And hopefully that'll help support the headers to keep them from cracking. And then it'll still have a little bit of give if the chassis is twisting separate than the engine. Or, you know, if there's any vibration, hopefully it'll work. So we'll see. But anyhow, like I say, we got longer ends on our header. So hopefully that'll give us some more torque on the start of the race and on restarts, and just overall racing, you know, at lower RPMs. And hopefully the fuel situation will get better, and hopefully that'll help too. But we tried, we did a few things we hope will help, and if it does help, that's going to be huge, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's been a few races, if you would have been better on starts, you would have had a chance to win.
Or even in qualifying, like the fuel situation. You know?
Oh yeah, qualifying would be huge too.
Yeah.
If you start up front right now, I feel like you got a chance of winning.
Yeah.
So anyhow, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it'll make us better. We're racing tomorrow at I-75 for a points race. Mm-hmm. So be looking for that video to come out. And if you haven't subscribed, man, subscribe. And we'll see you next time.